I was talking with a friend of mine who was a priest at the Catholic Church, and he said, looks to me like you have two choices. You can be a flight attendant or you could be a hairdresser. And I said, well, I'm afraid to fly. And he said, well, then hairdresser it is. And I literally signed up for school and then went to school. My name is Janice Bruce, and I am a hairdresser. I have been a hairdresser for 41 years, starting in October. I've owned my own business for the last 20 years. We are located in Brentwood, Tennessee, so that's just a little bit south of Nashville. I was in Nashville for the first about 10 years of my life and in my career, then moved to Brentwood about 25 years ago. Really didn't have a passion for it. I was one of 5 kids and we were raised in Chicago and my parents didn't have money for college. So I think what's great is that my passion has always been to help people and to serve people, and I kind of have the gift of hospitality, and I love that about this career, that you can serve and create relationships with people. So even though I didn't have the passion starting out as a hairdresser, this career has given me a great joy to what is really passionate in my heart, which is helping people. From a specific standpoint of just the logistics of making someone feel good about how they look and how they feel about themselves. But when you're a hairdresser, it goes way deeper than that. You have an opportunity to really speak into someone's life, to learn about them, to share stories with them. I've got clients that I've done literally for 40 years. I've watched their kids grow, and we've just been through a lot together. So it's an opportunity to take it a step past how you feel on the outside, but also how you feel on the inside. Consistency in your work is extremely important, and I think that that's something that I can say I can maybe toot my horn about. And so availability and just, I think building the relationship is more important than just the actual product that you produce at the end, although that's extremely important as well. I think the biggest change is social media. When I first started, the only way to build clients was word of mouth. You had to do somebody's hair, come up with a great product for them, great hairstyle, great color, and then they would tell their friends, and that's how you would get it. Now, the most amazing thing is people put everything out on social media, and you have a vast amount of people that you can delve into to get your clientele. It's really quite incredible the way that has changed the industry. And the second way it's changed the industry is now, which is kind of good and bad, people can go on social media, they can see other people's work and they can copy it. So it gives them an opportunity to have a vast expanse of information and knowledge out there. It kind of can create an opportunity for less fellowship among coworkers, because in the good old days, you went to a mentor or someone who was older than you or more experienced, had more time in the industry, and you were able to kind of learn from them. And that's kind of taken away, where now social media and the opportunities to just have information at your fingertips, that's changed the industry a lot. I had a woman who I've worked with her probably for the first 15 years of my career. And it was just an opportunity to, not only from a technical standpoint, to run formulas off of her or haircut ideas, that sort of thing, but also, it's a very taxing career. It's hard on your body, it's hard on your mind and your spirit. You take on a lot of people's comments and stress and their situations in their life. So she was very, very strong in that. And it's been great to have an opportunity to do that for other hairdressers. It's very hard to take on everyone else's stuff. So I think you have to make sure first and foremost that you take care of yourself, that you do what you need for your own stress relief, for your own meditation, exercise, peace of mind, anything like that. It's hard in this business. If you're not working, you're not getting paid. So it's really easy to just keep going and going and going, because you're not sure that next client's going to be there, especially when you're first starting out. But I would say the most important thing is to really take care of yourself. Don't burn a bridge. You've never met anyone that you just don't know who knows who. And I think it's important that you create a sense of community around you. Go out, pass out those cards. People love one-on-one. And I think it's important to create more relationships. All of the technical stuff will come. Your craft will get better the more you do it. But one of the most important things is creating relationships with your clients. In this last 20 years, since I'm in charge and it's my studio, I get to charge what I want, I get to do what I want. I have been able numerous times to bless someone else by, I've had clients that have come in and they just lost their job, or their husband's just lost their job, or they have a sick child or something. And I can say in that moment, you know what, this one's on me. Just to be able to have that without someone overhead saying, oh no, you can't do that. That wouldn't be good. That's not good for business. That has been the most rewarding thing in my career, is to be able to give back to other people without having to check it with somebody higher up, because I am higher up. Before you become a small business owner, you have to have a good established clientele, especially in this business. So I think that, first of all, when you first start working and building your clientele, if you come into this small business arena with some clientele at your base, then I think that you're set up for more success instead of failure. I was a single mom for a long time, and I think the most transformational situation that I came across was the ability, in being my own boss, to be able to continue to marry what it was like to have 3 kids that are playing soccer, that are playing basketball, that are in plays, and being able to change my own schedule the way I wanted it to be able to be there for those things, to work later, to go in earlier, just to have that flexibility as a small business owner made the entire opportunity to raise my kids and have some sort of a good marriage between work and the time that I wanted to spend with my family.
Probably the most important thing would be do a better job taking care of yourself physically. It is a very difficult physical job being a hairdresser for this long. Wear better shoes. We were wearing cute shoes for a very long time, and that turned out to not be so smart the older you get. But I also think that telling myself at a younger age to maybe set some more boundaries, to be really cautious, not only of caring for my body, but just also caring for your mind and your spirit, and giving yourself a little bit more boundaries. Like I said, you want to work constantly because you just don't know where the next dollar is going to be. If that next client's going to be there, it's my own business. What's going to happen? I'm trying to do this on my own. But I think just kind of giving yourself a little bit of grace, a little bit of permission to slow down a little bit every once in a while. I am going to teach Pilates, which I just started the training for. One of the things I loved before I did my own business here, those first 15 years of my career, I taught a lot. I taught a lot of color classes, and I managed a salon, and I had a receptionist to train. And so training and teaching has always been another passion. So I will continue to do this part-time, and I will hopefully finish my certification and do Pilates training.